myths suggest that Muhammad was the cause of his own grief. He denounced traditional Arab values and damned his ancestors. The Meccans wanted nothing more than for him to shush up. But no.
He continued as before.
The leadership returned to
Talib once again. They said, "We asked you to forbid your nephew from attacking us, but you did nothing. By Allah, we can no longer endure this vilification of our forefathers, this derision of our traditional values, and this abuse of our gods."
we are told.
This breach and enmity with his tribe weighed heavily on Abu Talib.
The Meccans were responsible, rational, and restrained. They returned to Abu Talib a third, fourth, and fifth time.
"You are our elder and our chief, so give us justice against your nephew, and order him to desist from reviling our gods, and we will leave him to his God."
At this point, Muhammad's God was not one of the Meccan gods, further evidence of the migration from Ar-Rahman to Allah.
Tabari. Abu Talib sent for Muhammad. "Nephew, here are the sheikhs and nobles of your tribe. They have asked for justice against you. You should desist from reviling their God, and they will leave you to your God." "Uncle," he said, "shall I not summon them to something which is better than their gods?"
He was protesting that his God, Ar-Rahman, was better than their God, Allah. But how can that be? The Islamic religion was based upon the claim that Muhammad was Allah's messenger. Yet on this day, Muhammad wants to summon the Meccans to a God who is better than their Allah.
Tabari. Abu Talib said to Muhammad, "Nephew, how is it that your tribe is complaining of you, and claiming that you are reviling their gods, and saying this, that, and the other?" The messenger said, "I want them to utter one saying. If they can say it, the Arabs will submit to them, and the non-Arabs will pay the jizya,"
Submission tax,
to them.
This is another confirmation of the profitable prophet plan. The sheikhs and nobles are alleged to have said something that contradicts the prior hadith. Yet it is no less debilitating to Allah's claim of divinity.
Does Muhammad make the gods into one God? This is indeed an astounding thing.
Muhammad combined the traits of 6 pagan idols, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Allah, Allat, Al-Uzza, and Manat, into a single deity. He manufactured his God. The Quran confirms this admission in the 38th surah.
Sa'd,
the name of an Arabian moon god.
I swear by the Quran, full of reminding.
The noble Quran has a different take on the
Sa'd.
intro.
Sa'd, these letters are one of the miracles of the Quran, but none but Allah knows their meanings.
Imagine that. Islam claims that nobody understands the final reminder to mankind. And so desperate are Muslims for miracles, incomprehensibility is called a sign of divinity. Then the Islamic God says that those who deny the senseless are arrogant and misinformed.
Quran 38 verse 2. Nay, those who disbelieve are in false pride and opposition.
This is followed by a little Islamic bragging.
Quran 38 verse 3. How many generations have we destroyed before them? They cried out for mercy when it was too late for escape. They wonder that a warner has come to them from among themselves, and the disbelievers say, This Prophet Muhammad is a sorcerer, a charlatan, and a wizard telling lies. He has made the Ahila, gods, into one Ilah, God. This is a curious and strange thing, to be sure. Their leader said, Walk away from him. There is surely some motive behind this, something sought after, a thing he has designed against us. It is surely a forgery.
Those who lived with Muhammad, dealt with him, worked with him, and listened to him, knew exactly who he was.
He is a sorcerer, a charlatan, a wizard telling lies.
They knew what he was doing.
He has turned our gods into a single God.
And they were never in doubt as to why.
There is surely some motive behind it, something sought after.
They even understood his means.
It is a forgery.
The eyewitnesses to the crime are unanimous in their testimony. A fraud has been perpetrated. Their eyewitness account has been retained in the Quran. But sadly, neither Muslims nor infidels are listening to what those who knew Muhammad best had to say. And that, perhaps, is the biggest crime of all. Then, as a mafia godfather would do today, the dark spirit of Islam threatened the eyewitnesses and intimidated the jury pool.
Quran 38, verse 7. We have not heard of this in the religion of later days. This is nothing but an invention. What? Has this been sent to him? Nay, but they are in doubt about my reminder, this Quran. Nay, but they have not tasted my torment yet. Let them climb up the ladders to the heavens. They will be one more army vanquished among the many routed hordes.
Forever lame, Allah, in trying to vindicate himself, confirmed his guilt. He just said that his heaven was hellish, a place where people are vanquished. But the cocky schoolyard bully wasn't finished gloating. He went on to list his all-in-one God's glorious achievements.
Quran 38, verse 12. Before them belied the people of Noah, Ad, Pharaoh, and the man of stakes for punishment, Thamud, the people of Lot, and the wood dwellers, such were the confederates. They rejected my messengers, so my torment was justified.
I've heard of justifiable homicide, but never justifiable torment. After confirming his pagan origins and proving his demented nature, the 38th surah reveals the dark spirit's lack of mental acuity. Allah introduces his listeners to David, the greatest Jewish king. He claims that King David was his votary, that he turned to him, not Yahweh, despite a mountain of evidence to the contrary. But damn the facts. Muhammad had people to subdue, credibility to usurp, power to grab, and money to steal.
Quran 38, verse 17. We endued our slave David with power. It was we who subdued the hills to sing our praises with him at nightfall, and the birds were assembled, all obedient to him. We made his kingdom strong and bestowed Islamic prophethood on him.
This delusional celestial songfest is followed by a meaningless story of runaway ewes. Then we learn,
Quran 38, verse 24, it occurred to David that he was being tried by us, and he begged his Lord to forgive him and fell down, prostrating himself in
Islamic
homage.
According to Allah, King David was a Muslim. Can you imagine the conspiracy that would have had to have happened to write David's Islamic practices and devotion to Allah out of the Bible and his foe Jewishness in? Allah has to be the most delusional God ever conceived by man. Now that the Quran has pulverized what little credibility its God and prophet might have possessed, it's time to say goodbye to the
Sa'd,
Surah
38, verse 27. We have not created the heavens and the earth and all that lies between for nothing. So woe to the unbelievers because of the fire of hell.
The first 9 words I believe. We have not created the heavens and earth and all that lies in between.
Tabari. The situation deteriorated. Hostility became bitter, and the people withdrew from one another, displaying open hatred.
Trying to salvage a deteriorating situation.
The Meccan chiefs conspired to seduce their sons, brothers, and clansmen away from the new religion. It was a trial which severely shook the Muslims who had followed the Prophet. Some were seduced.
So to salvage as many converts as possible, Muhammad commanded Muslims
to emigrate to Abyssinia. The main body went to Abyssinia because of the coercion they were being subjected to in Mecca. His fear was that they would be seduced from their religion. There is a difference of opinion as to the number of those who emigrated in stealth and secret. Some say there were 11 men and 4 women. Ibn Ishaq claims there were 10.
It doesn't appear that the words of Islam were very convincing. A little coercion and the fragile band buckled. In the 8th year of Muhammad's reign as prophet, the score is Islam 15, pagans 4,985. It's little wonder Islamic states prohibit freedom of religion. Even Muhammad couldn't sell this stuff.